So this is hopefully where the new well will go. We're gonna move this guy out of here. Tuck is trying to figure out the electrical on this. We thought it was just this solar panel, but after turning it off, this is still pumping. So it might be connected to all of the solar panels.
Disconnected the power. That's good. It was
Nice. Oh, the red light's back on though.
It's not back on. Oh, it is back on. Let me just get a voltmeter. 4.5 volts. So it's probably just enough to have that switch on. I don't know why it's still power's coming through. Maybe, hold on, let me just disconnect one more thing.
We're mostly going to move this out of here so it doesn't get damaged when the rig comes in, because if you guys remember, that rig was pretty huge. And hopefully we hit water. If not, we'll have to set this back up, because it is our horizontal well that doesn't really produce. Mainly just produces when it rains, and if it's not raining, there's only a couple drips coming in very, very slowly. It takes like 2 weeks maybe for this to fill, and it's less and less as each week goes by without rain. Eventually when we hit summer, I don't think anything will be coming out. When we first moved in, nothing was coming out, and then as it rained, I think it took a month of rain for water to start coming out. So it's not a very useful well, to be honest, because we already have a rain catchment system, and that produces a lot more than this. There's still some water at the very bottom, and it's a good amount of water that can't seem to be pumped out. So we're going to try and save as much as we can and just use it for the garden. We've got a bucket and a rope. Gonna fall. Ooh. Oh, you missed it all.
It works.
Yeah.
It's
Bit slow.
very slow. Very, very slow. Roscoe was testing out the water quality. He said it's pretty good. You guys want to see in there?
Straight from the earth, buddy.
This is straight from the earth. There's some sediment down on the bottom. You can see it's kind of brown, but it's like looks like sand pretty much. But the water that's coming out of this horizontal well is really looks clean, very clean. He drank out of it.
Oh, this is gonna be thick. Now I can do it. Oh, that's fine.
Yeah, see, testing the water. How's it? Pretty good? Yeah, not bad, not bad.
He says he might have an idea, because bucket by bucket's gonna take some time.
Takes too long. Water coming out this side.
Nice. The hose is getting sucked pretty tight, so
Still coming out. We have this pump here for the rainwater. This is like rainwater catchment that pumps it up to our tanks above. So I just disconnected this one from here and put the hose, connected a hose to it that is sucking water from the water tank right now over there. And then we have this one hose coming out. I just attached that to this hose, which is going into the tank, and seems to be working kind of slowly, but kind of hear it, just a little trickle. But all right, well, that water's trickling. Next thing I have to do, all these PVCs kind of connected towards the hillside and stuff, I gotta cut them off so we can move the tank. This one right here is actually comes from underground. It comes from that side. It's connected to the rainwater catchment. So the rainwater pump pumps it right here. It can pump it straight to here, and then I can either send it into this tank or out the hose or down and up through there, and that goes all the way up to our big water tanks. So I would like to keep this here for the rainwater, so I don't really want to cut it too far at the base. I can already see they probably already cut it right here once. like I said, that's the horizontal well. Right now it's gushing water, but you know, that's just the initial bit that was in the pipe. And yeah, now it will basically just kind of trickle out. But that was quite a bit of water in that pipe. And in the other pipe, this one behind me, I've already emptied it all out. So there shouldn't be too much water in there. Okay, now check it out. We managed to get pretty much majority of the water out of there. There's maybe an inch or two remaining. That was probably like close to here. So close to 100 gallons of water we just saved. Dumped into this one. And now this one is, you know, it's somewhere there. And I can plug this in. This is a pump. And I can use this. Just look at that. Boom! Okay. I was planning on putting it into the bucket, but I didn't have the bucket ready. Anyways, we saved a good amount of water. We can use that to water stuff. I actually have a mushroom farm right over here that I'm started up. No mushrooms yet, but check it out. Right in the forest, kind of blending in. All these wood chips right here. There's 3 beds, and there's gonna be some mushrooms popping out here. Hopefully soon. I think pretty soon. Because check it out. If you take a look underneath these wood chips, you can see. Look at that. Look at all that white. That's all mycelium. That's all mushroom mycelium. The mushroom is colonizing all these wood chips. So soon the mushrooms will start popping. Okay, there you go. Roscoe managed to move the tank. Good job, buddy.
Oh, he looks so serious.
Yes, good job with this little dragonfly. He's all showing it off. Hilarious. He likes this pad. Good job, buddy.
Taku's made a discovery. Oh, or maybe Roscoe made the discovery.
He's like, yep, there it is. There's a pipe there. So I was just weed whacking here, and I just discovered this valve. And then this valve actually tees off right here. I've never noticed this. Tees off where this is where you would send the water up, as I was showing, but tees off this way. This valve has always been closed, and it goes out, and it's actually, I thought maybe it's just like a little drainage, but no, it goes to another pipe, which who knows where that goes. That goes,
Roscoe says he's gonna find where it goes. Don't you worry.
that goes, does it keep going?
Oh, does it go
is.
nowhere? Oh, it goes down?
Oh no, it is just a drainage. So it ends right here. Or actually, maybe it's just not plugged into anything. But maybe it was plugged into something before. Good job, Roscoe. You did it. You did it. I figured it out. He's figured it out. I just put this little flag here. Because this one's like the one we don't want to break. Today we are drilling a well. And this is our second try. If you haven't seen the first one, go check it out. It was very stressful. and I guess, spoiler alert, we're doing the second one because we didn't hit water on the first try. So we're going to try again. Hopefully we hit water this time because don't want to do a third try. Fingers crossed. They got the drill truck all set up and they're about to get started. So this spot right here is a new spot, and this is where our friend Doug, who came to witch the property, said there should be water. So hopefully he is right, and we find some water down there. This is a beautiful, beautiful view right in front of our house, right next to our garage, basically. It would be a great spot for the infrastructure. It'd be easy to pipe everything up to the tanks, and there's power right next to the house. So would be an ideal spot if we hit water there. Alright guys, so day one they drilled down to 45 feet, just kind of get things, started. And now today hopefully they're drilling down to at least 120 feet. but around there is where we hopefully will hit water, according to Doug, the Water Witcher.
We're at 145 feet, still nothing.
145?
Yep.
And nothing.
Yep. I don't know, I wouldn't call it probably till about 200 foot before you know.
Yeah.
And so that was just kind of my thing, but I wanted to talk to you before I made the,
Yeah.
stuff going.
Yeah, I guess might as well.
Yeah, and the only
Did
thing
Doug go down where your barbecue is?
has
outdoor
anybody,
kitchen?
yeah, has
He
anybody
did,
been
but-
down there?
Doug, yeah, I took him down there,
What did he say?
and he was kind of like, oh, there's some over here, kind of was like not super confident about that spot, I don't
He
think.
was obviously more confident on this spot than anything, huh?
Yeah. All right, guys. I just talked to them, and they are right now at 140 feet deep, and at 140, we were hoping to have hit water by then, and there's nothing still, nothing. All shale, all that dark gray stuff that's coming up. It's all shale, and it's known to be not good for finding water. So it's not very good. And we are not looking good here, but they're gonna keep going down to 200 feet because why not? They're already down there, so send it, go down 60 more feet, see if we can hit water in that time. And the guys they're super nice, and they're super bummed that they have to give me bad news every time. They were like, this part sucks because they have to, it's bad news. They can't. Yeah, it is what it is. They're trying their best, but if there's not water there, then what are you gonna do? Oh, 0 for 2, man. It's not good. We tried we tried both methods. We tried the scientific method with the geologist and all his equipment and stuff. Cost a lot of money to have him out here, and then we tried the traditional method, the Water Witcher. A lot of people that I've talked to were surprisingly in favor of having the Water Witcher come, and a lot of people recommending that I get a Water Witcher that's known in the area, and this guy was known in the area, supposedly one of the best according to actually the drillers. And they keep saying nobody's 100% in this business, and it is what it is. He witched that spot, and he said we should have seen water, but we're past the point where he said, and we're not seeing it. So we're 0 for 2 on that, unless we hit something in the next 60 feet. Well. I don't think we're gonna have a well. Yeah, 200 feet. We're dry. There's a little trickling in, they said. Just a little trickle. I asked them if it would be worth it to construct a well just with that. They don't think it would be. So, yeah, because that would just cost a lot to build out the actual well, to have barely any water come out. So, I don't know.
I don't know where we would dig a second or a third time because it's all hillside, so they can't make it up. But it does seem like people on top of ridges seem to have good water. Mm-hmm. So there's a chance, but I don't even know how much work you'd have to do for them to be able to get up there.
Mm-hmm. They do say that, even the geologist was saying that on top of ridges actually seems counterintuitive to go higher, but they said it's actually really, there's a lot of water up on the ridges for whatever reason. Yeah, we tried the lowest point of our property, and we tried sort of this, our home level, which is kind of 1/3 up the property. We could drill again nearby, but that's not going to be looking good. Or we can go to the campsite, drill one there, but we have no idea. That'll just kind of be blindly drilling.
Yeah.
I guess it's just as good as drilling with any kind of data.
No, we're still waiting for Nathan to get back with the second opinion. I mean, I assume the second opinion is just going to say you're on this massive rock that is nothing.
I don't know.
So that was some pretty bad news, but some good news. We got our first zucchini from the garden. It's very exciting, with a lot more to come. There are quite a few little tiny cherry tomatoes that are coming in. The sunflower over here is huge and it is just about to blossom. Right here's the sunflower. We're about the same height, which I am not that tall, so I guess that's not that impressive. It could be taller if it wanted to be. I think they get to 6 feet, this variety. There's a small little tunnel that looks like a gopher hole right next to the sunflower, but I think it's voles, not gophers in our area. I found one yesterday and how do I say this? Roscoe took care of it. Most of the planter beds all have some protection at the very bottom, but the sunflower I planted in the ground, so it doesn't have any protection. And this bed actually, this is one of the few beds that was here already and in good condition, and I don't think there's any kind of protection at the bottom. So this is most likely, if the voles start digging or if there ends up being gophers, those are the plants that are going to get hit hard, which is why I didn't really put anything that is valuable. So no tomatoes, no peppers, no berries, nothing I would be sad to lose. I mean, I'd be a little sad to lose the lavender, but that came with the house as well, so should be fine. If you guys saw last week's video, you know that we were gone for a whole week from the homestead. Everything survived and did okay, but that same valve broke again, this time on day 1 of our trip. I don't know what is going on. The second valve is fine. It does not get disconnected. Neither of them have low battery. The Wi-Fi is fine. So, and because one is still connected and not having issues, I'm assuming that the second one is just kind of having a software issue or something. I thought I fixed it, but so the outdoor garden did not get watered the entire week. And luckily the hottest day was the day that we got back, and I gave it a good soak before we left. So everything did all right. I'm sure the tomatoes got a little stressed, but yeah, hopefully I can figure that issue out. I'm either going to replace the valve or just try the old school one that doesn't connect to the Wi-Fi.
All right, so we didn't hit water. Let's not dwell on something we can't control. But check this out. They have to bring in this water truck. It's got a big tank right there, and it's like still maybe 75% full. And I asked them, I was like, hey, can we have that water? You know, we'll just top off our tanks. And they're like, oh yeah, of course. So tomorrow they're gonna bring a longer hose so we can just dump it into our holding tanks. And yeah, so we'll have a little bit of extra water on the bright side, you know. But now I have to go, they're gonna pump it into the lower tanks. So I have to, that one is pretty full. So I have to pump some water from that one to the top tanks. You'll see right now. I'm gonna show you. So this is a little pump house, and these are tanks. These are 2,500 gallon tanks. We have 2 of them, as you can see, and they're like right here, pretty much full. So there won't be enough space for that water. Hi, Roscoe. Little inspector. He's always gotta check out what we're doing here. So we have these pumps in here, and they actually pump up. One of them is like a booster pump that goes to the house. The other one is a pump that'll pump water up from these 2,500 gallon tanks to the 5,000 gallon tanks that we have. Okay, we're going up to the tanks. See, the house is all the way down there. The gravity feeds from the tanks up there all the way to our house. All right, so you might have seen this before, but these are our 5,000 gallon tanks. This is what we mainly live off of. Got 3 of them. I can actually hear the water pumping in. Should be pumping into this one because this is the valve that I have open. Oh, it just stopped. Shit, I think I just realized what was happening. I think we're throwing away water right now. I think I just realized what's happening. We gotta get down there and turn that pump off. Whoa! Whoa, 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 whoa! Turn it off! Turn it off! Okay, let's go check if what I think was happening. Shoot, man. Let's go see. It's hard to explain. I would have to kind of draw a diagram to show you what's happening right now. But there's that water I'm pumping it up to the tanks there. You can also pump the water up from our rain catchment and stuff. And they're the same, they connect and they go into the tank. And I think what's happening right now on the rainwater side, the rain catcher side, if you remember, I cut it off to make that space for the drill truck. And when I cut it off, that's attached to the same pipe as the water that's pumping. So I think it's pumping it up, and instead of going up and over into the tanks, it's just going up and then coming back down at the pipe over here where you usually would push up, since it's not plugged, since like it's cut. And I just realized that, which is stupid, but we can double check. If it's wet over here, we're wasting water. Oh no. It's gonna be wet. It's gonna be wet, dude. Let's go! Come! That's a good boy. Yep. Far out, dude. Far out. Far. You see, it's coming out of that pipe right there. Oh man, I always feel so stupid. Okay, well, at least the water that the guys will give us tomorrow basically make up for what we just lost. Maybe, no, we'll get a little bit more than what we lost, I think. But yeah, there's no way to send it up to those tanks at the moment because of that cut pipe. I would need to plug that if I want to get the water up there. Dawson brought me some of her PVC.
But it's not going to be the same size.
Yeah, that's a small one. It's like a 2-inch pipe.
What are you doing?
It's much larger.
Bosco wants to be helpful.
He's like, let me find something in here. I don't know. I think we can probably just fill up those 2,500 gallon tanks just to the tippity top. Dawson made some pasta. This is beans.
Yeah, it's garbanzo bean, miso.
Garbanzo
Garlic.
bean miso pasta.
And the star of the show is the zucchini. And actually some of broccoli from the garden.
Zucchini and broccoli, freshly grown.
Oh, and the lemon. There's lemon in the sauce. And that's also the archery.
Zucchinis are perfectly cooked.
Thank you.
Little crunch still. And they're really good. We've never had this type of zucchini.
That's a good zucchini.
Yeah, it's very ridgy.
Yeah.
Did you show it?
Oh yeah, I guess. I mean, I did show it, but you can see it more. Like this, the ridges.
Really good texture, really good flavor. Wow.
Want some chili crisp.
I can definitely eat a lot of that.
Oh, there's gonna be so many.
Yeah.
Zucchini always gets out of control.
How many zucchinis do you think one plant produces?
Too many. I feel like zucchini is the plant every gardener is always trying to give away. And we had someone randomly give us zucchini at a parking lot. It was so random. They're just like, "You want some zucchini?" And we're just like,
Oh, all right, sure.
Okay.
Give us a couple of zucchini.
"Is that slang for something?"
Yeah, that was funny. He's like, I just got a bunch. I mean, I do the same thing too, though, with other things.
Yeah, it's true. But to people we know, usually.
I'm giving away.
Oh, you gave away crab, actually.
Mm-hmm. Gave away crab to a homeless guy that was like, just had a sign, anything helps kind of sign. And I was like, hey, this is a weird one. Rolled my window down. And I said, you want some crab? He was like, I told him it's already cooked. You just gotta, crack it open, eat it. He was like, sure. I gave him 2 Dungeness crabs.
They're trying to fill the water right now, but I just got the very first blueberry. Oh my god. Oh my god. That is so good. That is the best blueberry I've ever eaten. That was so sweet. I'm so excited for more blueberries. And then next year, the plant will be much bigger. And in a couple years, all of the bushes will be big, hopefully, and producing a ton of blueberries. Oh my god. That was really good. Hopefully there's a couple more clusters and hopefully they ripen soon, because I think Tuck is going to be mind blown when he tries that. Looks like they're pumping the water up right now. Excuse the mess down there. We've got some projects going on. We haven't really decided yet what we're going to do next. I don't think I really want to drill a third time. And we're thinking we'll definitely get another storage tank for water when it rains, because it did rain a good amount, and hopefully every year will be like that, but California is known for drought, so hard to say there. And then we also have to figure out where we're going to put those tanks, because there's not really a whole lot of space where the tanks currently are. We would probably have to flatten out more areas to add them there. And the other thing we are considering is fog catching. The only thing with that is we really don't have that much fog in the summer. Even if it's just producing a couple gallons, anything will help, especially for the garden. Because with the rain catchment system, I think we can live off of that, us too. But with the garden, with guests coming all the time, it would be nice to have a little extra water coming in the summer. But yeah, also trucking in water is an option, just a little pricey, but if it's just for the summer months, I think we'll be okay. I don't know, we're still kind of thinking through our choices here. They were able to fill our water and they just headed out because they're all finished. Filled the hole because you don't want someone to fall 200 feet down. Roscoe's over here investigating. I guess this is where we're gonna end the video, unfortunately, on another sad note like the other well digging video, but yeah, we'll see what we decide. I think we'll try the fog catching. That seems like the easiest thing to do and the cheapest thing to do. We still have plenty of water in our storage tanks from winter, so that should keep us afloat for at least another 2 months at least, and then we might just have to truck in water for 2 months before we get hit by rain again. So fingers crossed that we have another wet winter.